The story of our home begins 23rd May 1954, the day Dr. Gurijala Pattabhi Ramaya wed Pramila Devi, daughter of Babu Rao Kanvilkar and ward of Raja Pratapgir Narsingirji. Pattabhi was a Brahmin from a small village in Andhra Pradesh. The men in his family were farmers or priests until his mother saved enough money to send him to medical school. Pramila was a Marathi Kshatriya, distant descendant of the Bhonsle dynasty and related to the Maharajas of Kolhapur. At 40 years of age, he was advised to keep well away from this young lady who wore face powder and lipstick and attended too many parties. At 24, she was convinced that the unrelenting doom of unmarried life lay before her. He went ahead and arranged the marriage, and together they built our home. Indian shopkeepers often name their businesses for their preferred god or goddess. It ensures continued blessings and keeps the evil eye at bay. He named the hospital Pramila Nursing Home. For every day that she has lived in the house, she has sought blessings for her family. For over 50 years, Pramila Devi has protected our home. This identity revolves around never knowing enough. You might be laughed at for the way you cup your hands to drink. You might be teased for not being able to pronounce the word for that action. The bus station was once the Nizam's hangar. My father built his first radio downstairs. We drank thumbs up and drew pictures of dogs and ghosts on the terrace. Arrange these units as prettily as you can, you will still seem false. Sulky faces in old photographs are such a pleasure, but eventually we learn that smiling reveals less. How would you describe that feeling of driving up the lane and seeing the red of young people leaves lined up to greet you? This city is split down the middle. Sparky old wires tangle districts together. I don't know how she gets here every morning. I don't know the shape of his house. How long will this feel relevant? She is the secondary definition for many of these words. Now the semantics loosen and unlink. Maybe she was destined to live in a hospital. The home she grew up in was repossessed by the Indian government after her adopted father lost his battle with the official liquidator in 1938. The documentation is available online. Some aspects of our identities take more work. When you look at the crystal, do the corners feel forced? What is the relationship between regularity and truth? When we open the car doors, there is a sudden strong fragrance that I've always associated with these red leaves, but apparently the tree is odorless. There were 8 instances of the word conduct, and I erased each one, but now the connection is obvious. Last night I dreamt that she was walking, and that was the case. The generator cuts out, lights and air conditioners and televisions just stop. We have seconds to feel the temperature, to hear the streets, before the house gets up and back to work. In that moment, the walls were never there, and we realize the illusion of this interiority. India loops in black and white, howling textures rise and bind into a massing silence. Addicted to living abroad, abandonment of one's own country, abiding in one place, immovable, staying at home, absent from home, one who has passed, alight, descend, come to rest or settle down or in a home, one who stays at home, one who has set out on a journey, absent from home, one whose home is splendor, dwelling in splendor, one's own country, home, one's own country or home, one's own place, own home, one's own place or country or home, one's own sphere or province. On returning home, of a people of India and of their country, often described as a country of everlasting happiness, original home, original source or home, order to live abroad, turn out, expel, banish, overbearing at home, congenital, innate, hereditary, original, natural, come near, come home, come back or home, coming home, return, coming into existence, coming home again, causing banishment, banishing, transporting, gone abroad, being away from home, gone astray or abroad, go or sojourn abroad, leave home, depart, go to anyone for protection, seek refuge with, go to one's eternal home, cease, vanish, perish, die, go back, return, go home, go round or from place to place, not only on the main road, going abroad, migration, going to one's eternal home, going forth from home, growing old at home as a maiden, ground at home, descended or sprung from, devotion to, attachment to, devoted or attached to, devoted to home, dying abroad or in a foreign country, dwelling abroad, absent from home, dwelling abroad, foreign residence, absence from home, dwelling place, seat, home, the great going forth from home, the two places or homes, heaven and earth, the body as the dwelling place of the soul, the act of leading near or home, the act of leading home, a bride, marriage, the act of leading home, a bride, marriage, wedding, the act of leading home, a wife, belonging to home, domestic, comfortable, birthplace, place of origin, home, origin, being absent from home, being in a house, born in one's own country, a countryman, born in the house, bred at home, return from abroad, return home, return home, return home, return home from a journey, returns home and begins, reduced to ashes, run away, said of horses, rather should a girl stay at home till her death, roaming, wandering about.